Why is voting important?
Well, voting in the United States is one of the freedoms that we have here, and so it's very important. So that way we can determine who represents us in all the different levels of government.
When I register to vote, what am I signing up for?
So when you register to vote, that's all you're doing. You're going down to the county office or downloading the form from the internet, and you're just filling out information. It's just there to prove that you do live where you live, and that's all you're signing up is the right to go to the precincts and vote.
What is the process for registering?
Well, that's the process is very simple. You go to you can go down to Hernando to the county courthouse. Go to the circuit clerk's office, which is in the second floor, room 200. Tell them that you're there to register to vote, and then they'll give you an application. It's simple information, name, address, such as that, and then you show them your driver's license that proves that you live where you're registered, and then they'll give you a card. And if you can't do it that way, you can always download the form off the internet on the DeSoto County ms.gov website, and then you can fill it out, mail it in to them, and they'll send you your card.
What happens if I move?
So if you move, there's a couple of things that can happen. If you're moving within the county, the best thing to do is just call the circuit clerk's office and let them know that you've moved to a new location, so that way they can update your address. If you move out of county or out of state, eventually what happens is some piece of paper from our office or from the county clerk's office or the county is going to come to your house. We're going to get returned mail at the election commission, and then we inactivate that voter. And then after so long, which is 2 missed federal elections, then you are purged off the roll.
What are the ID laws in Mississippi?
So Mississippi, we do require an ID for you to vote, but it's real simple. We're not looking at addresses. We're not looking at anything. We're just looking at the picture. And if that picture is just remotely resembles you, and we can tell that you are the voter that's in front of us, and you're in our system as active, then you have a right to vote. If for whatever reason they can't find you, they'll still take your ID and you'll get to vote. We don't turn away anybody's right to vote, regardless if they're in our system or not. It just makes it a lot easier if you're already registered and active. We can match your picture with the name, and that's all there is to that.
How will I know where to go cast my vote for an election?
Okay, so there's many ways to find. One is the website for the county, DeSoto County ms.gov. If you go under and look under elections, there's a section that says find my precinct, and you can just click there, put in your address, and it'll tell you everywhere. It tells you where you need to vote. You can also go to the state secretary's office website at sos.ms.gov, and they have a place under their elections that will also give you that same information. And then lastly, there is at the South Haven Chamber's website, they actually have a government and relations committee that actually has that same information, trying to help people in DeSoto County know where to vote.
Can the location change depending on the election?
Yes, so if it's county election, state election, which usually happen at the same time, or federal election, those are all done by your county election commission, which is I'm one of 5 of, and those stay consistent, and we usually don't change those, but once every 10 years when the census comes out. Occasionally when we have a population shift, we may have to move a little bit, but those stay pretty consistent. Where you get into the change is when you do municipality elections, which is going to happen in 2025 next year, and those will have different locations than where most people vote for the rest of the other 3 years.
What age do I have to be to vote?
If anybody is looking to vote for the November election coming up November 5th for the president and the U.S. House, U.S. Senate, then if they're going to be 18 by November 4th, they just need to register to vote by October 7th in the ways that we talked about earlier. And then they can vote, even if they're 17, they can still vote as long as they'll be 18 before November 5th.
How many people vote in DeSoto County?
We work very hard we are very encouraged about people going out and vote and get registered to vote. But more importantly is for people to actually exercise. It's one thing to register, but if you don't exercise it, then you've kind of wasted the time to do that. So one of the things that we have been very much involved in is the Secretary of State's office, getting our percentages and numbers. We're the 3rd largest county in number here in Mississippi, but we are the 81st ranked in the number of people we have go out and actually vote. So if we want to have more things done here in DeSoto County, we need more people to go out there and actually cast the ballot to tell Jackson that we are a player in the state of Mississippi.